Hello loyal fans and subscribers, it's State and District Railfan. So in the beginning of these projects, you typically hear me mention that me and my grandpa. So back in June of 2020, me and my grandpa. So on December 21st, 2022, me and my grandpa. So recently, me and my grandpa made a trip to Portsmouth, Ohio. So me and my grandpa are usually the ones who take these trips. Went to whatever location is featured, because my grandpa has been taking me to watch trains with him since I was probably 2 years old in 2009. So for a long time, he's deserved a lot of thanks, which I have given him. But I'd like to give him a special thanks here, because we really both enjoyed this trip, and it would be impossible without him. So this one is dedicated to my Grandpa Kirk. Thank you. My catch of the first train of the day wasn't great, but the second one had a -8 on it with a lucky number. A repeat, 7878. We set out early on day 2, and this was 11:02 in the morning. At an action-packed destination like this, there are some trains I usually don't film, like the really long intermodals. But this one was kind of interesting because it also had a repeat, 5353. Then this train came through only 40 minutes after we arrived with this sort of Leslie-like K5HL. Until this catch, I hadn't seen the CSX Coke Express since about 2016, when me and my grandpa would make frequent trips to Tip City and Troy. Oftentimes with Fostoria, you'll have big groups of trains, with about hour or two gaps in between, and only 5 minutes later, NS sent through their first train. By now, this guy had been waiting down there for a while. Obviously, this train isn't going very fast, but it was passing at this speed for 15 minutes, so I'll spare you some of the more boring stuff. Well, after after 12:30 when that last train passed, me and Grandpa probably went and ate lunch. Not until 2 p.m. did we see any more action when this local that had been building for a while came out of the yard. This is a brand new, rebuilt XN&W SD40-2 on the front. Although we expected more sooner, the next CSX train here only came 40 minutes later. Over the next 45 minutes, this engine, 2727, made some weird moves around the diamond and switched onto the Chicago line from the C&O. They sat there for a while, and then, in a pretty close call, hopped out of the way of this oncoming train. Not a dangerous thing, of course, just something you don't see very often. There wasn't too much to see on this short steel train, but this was 3:30 p.m. Well, it's Interruption District Railfan here. I was going to release this video in one whole part, but it would have probably been about 20 minutes long, if not even longer, so I'm going to do this in a couple of parts. Hope you enjoyed the first, and the second will be out very soon, I promise.